All right, we got a problem, y'all. We're shooting a couple micros this weekend for Aces Wild to kick off our Kickstarter campaign. And we've got scripts, we've got storyboards, we've got shot lists, but one thing we ain't been able to get done is acquiring a shooting location for one of the micros. And that location is a bar in a saloon, an Old West saloon. Put out, some messages out there, and we haven't been able to figure anything out. So that leaves us with a problem, and we're about to come up with a solution. This is the area we have to work with, and we're going to turn it into an old-timey saloon, and I'm going to bring you guys along to show just how I get her done. So we'll get some of this exercise equipment out of here. Billiards was a thing, and so was cricket. So I don't know if I'll leave this cabinet open or closed, but we're going to try and make it look a little more old-timey if we do leave it open. We've got this little bar over here, belonged to my wife's grandpa. And we've got a hutch with a lot of drinking glasses and stuff in it. I like my evening cocktails, so we're not short on stemware or whiskey glasses. And then we got this table here. This is actually a pool table that I built a top for so we can dine at it. And the top does have kind of a rustic old look. So my thoughts are we're going to turn this table sideways, put it in front of the hutch, put some bricks under it to lift it up the bar height, and do a little decorating and a little fancy lighting and see if we can't turn this into our bar. I'd say this is kind of coming together. It's looking a little bit like a saloon, at least good enough for our micro short. We have had a couple problems. The dartboard, when I had it open, I was hoping I could cover the printed lettering with chalk and make it look handwritten. It didn't work, so that is staying closed. And our hutch is our biggest problem. It has mirrors in the background, and our budget is $0. So I don't want to cover those mirrors, so we're going to have to shoot kind of at an angle like this. Otherwise, we'll get the reflection of the camera. But let's get these bricks in here, lift this table up a little more to bar height, and then we're going to flip this thing around. So this shoot will basically have two angles. One will be the bartender, and the other will be our cowboy here for the whiskey tasting. So we'll flip this around, and we'll set up the wall behind us. And we're about to get right into that, so hang on. All right, I have successfully raised our table to close to the bar height, but now we have another problem. The way the table was before and the way we had the shot lined up, you weren't going to see this edge. Looks pretty janky now. But I got an idea using our tablecloth, so let's get her done. And there we go, some fancy table skirting for our fancy saloon. That finishes up our on the bar view. Now we got this view behind me where Chase is going to walk into the whiskey tasting room. We've got some ideas for that. I got a heavy backdrop stand, and I know we said $0 budget, but we did buy one thing, these peacock blue curtains, but we're going to hang them in the living room when we're done. And those are just going to make a nice backdrop wall. We're going to bring in an old-timey floor lamp with a flicker bulb and a chair with some faux fur on it. And hopefully, cross our fingers, that'll round out the look we're looking for for this old-timey bar, saloon, whiskey tasting room. And we can get this microfilm shot and our Kickstarter up and running so we can make our pilot episode of Aces Wild when it's done. What do you guys think? Hold on. Now what do you think?